In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 realistic tips on how to grow your personal brand as a realtor in 2023. By the way, if you guys want to reach out to me, I have a calendar link in the first line of the description. All right, so different is better than better. And the reason why it's important to build a personal brand is because nobody on earth is exactly like you. And if nobody on earth is exactly like you, then you are different, therefore you are better. And you are the personal brand. So, in a sense, if you want to build a personal brand, all you have to do is just be you. Being you consistently every single day on camera over a long period of time eventually becomes a brand that people recognize. But being you on camera is a lot easier said than done. So I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys today to hopefully shift your perspective so you can just be you on camera. So the first thing to understand is why you're making the content. And the reason why you're making the content is to help people. You are genuinely trying to share something that is going to help somebody. A lot of people get what's called imposter syndrome. This thought that, who am I to be helping somebody on this subject? I don't know anything. Why do I get to talk about this and have authority in this space? As content creators, we're just trying to take the people who are maybe a couple steps behind us, teach them how to solve a problem that we've already dealt with, and bring them up to our level, right? The guy who coached Michael Jordan at 8 years old can't be the guy who coached Michael Jordan at 25. But the guy who coached Michael Jordan at 25 doesn't have the necessary skills to coach Michael Jordan at 8 years old. So you may not be able to coach Michael Jordan at 25, but you can coach Michael Jordan at 8 years old. There's always going to be people that know more than us, that are way further ahead, that make more money, that whatever. In your content, you're not speaking to those people. You're just speaking to the people who are a couple steps behind you. So never feel like you don't have the authority to speak on anything. We've all overcome problems in our life that millions of people are dealing with those exact problems right now. And you should be making content on those problems to help people out who currently have those problems so that they can solve them. And in fact, you are literally being selfish by not sharing this knowledge to help people with these problems. So just take the mindset in your content that I am helping people. And this is going to help you be yourself. This is going to help you give some direction. If I don't put out this content, then who am I helping? If you don't make any content, you're not helping anybody. It's not doing any good for the world. Or at least if you put out content, you're helping somebody. If you get 50 views and it helps one person, you just help one person today. Secondly, a personal brand at its root core is you just showcasing a bunch of shit that you like. So not all the content has to be real estate related or mortgage broker related or whatever your niche is. You just have to share stuff that you like. That way people can connect those things to the brand. And then people who like doing those things will like that brand because the brand is connected with doing those things. Like I would post videos of me drinking like Tim Hortons coffee in the morning, like a dark roast coffee from Tim Hortons. I still get messages of people talking to me about that Tim Hortons dark roast coffee. People have now connected that dark roast coffee to my brand. Like I guarantee when people go up to the window at Tim Hortons and they hear dark roast double or whatever the coffee is, they're connecting that. The thought of me now enters their brain because they have connected that coffee to my brand. Post some NBA content, post some workout content, it doesn't really matter. You attract your tribe. So make sure you post what you actually like doing. That way you can attract the people that also like the stuff that you like, and those people are a lot easier to work with because your personalities mesh. But most importantly, to add to that, posting stuff that you like is great, but on top of that, you should also be sharing your thoughts and opinions on the stuff that you're posting because your thoughts and opinions are intrinsically what make you you. So if you do not share your thoughts and opinions, then you're not being you. And if you're not being you, then you don't have a personal brand. Having a personal brand is what makes you different from every other realtor or mortgage broker in the market because you're essentially playing in a space that isn't saturated. You are now completely different from everybody else because it's impossible to saturate a personal brand. There's not going to be a single brand out there that's exactly like you because everybody's story is different. There may be somebody else out there who, like me, was a plumber, that became a realtor, that, blew up on TikTok, that did all the same things. But with in all of those things that they did, the story was completely different from my story. Nobody's story is going to be the exact same as your story. Therefore, it's impossible to saturate a personal brand, and you are now different. And as I said, different is better than better. So building a personal brand is absolutely massive for your business. As somebody once said, when it comes to having opinions, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So take a stand on the information that you are presenting to the audience. And third and most importantly, you are your own avatar. As I was saying before, there's millions of people facing the same problems you've already overcome. Your target market is literally you, the person you used to be. You're going to talk about the problems that you've already solved, and you're going to make the content that you would like to watch. I always kind of wanted to secretly be like a Graham Stephan or a Meet Kevin or a lot of the people on the Bigger Pockets real estate podcast who were real estate investors but started as realtors. But at that time, it was all very American-based real estate investing content, and a lot of it wasn't transferable to Canadian real estate, or there was nobody had made it transferable anyways. And all the content that I found about Canadian real estate was just super boring. It was like, oh yeah, buy this condo and hold it for 30 years. Whereas the American style investing was very active, and they would talk about the economy and they would relate it to stocks, and it was just a lot more interesting to watch. So when I first got my license, I was like, that's the content I want to make, but for Canadian real estate, because I didn't have any Canadian real estate content like that to consume before I got my license. And I was like, I want to be the guy who talks about Canadian real estate like that, because that's the content that I want to see. And there's going to be a market for the content that you want to watch, because remember, there's a whole bunch of people out there just like you. So number one, when you make your content, understand that you are trying to help people. Number two, a personal brand is just you showcasing a bunch of stuff that you like. And number three, you are your own avatar. And number three will help a lot with imposter syndrome as well, because how could anybody tell you you are an imposter when you are literally just sharing the content that helped you overcome the problems that you've already overcome? You literally have authority to speak in this space because you've overcome the problems that you're talking about. So like in my content, a lot of the stuff that I talk about is like buying your first investment property, buying property out of state, quitting drinking, quitting smoking, quitting whatever. These are all things that I've done. Going to the gym. I don't ever really talk about stuff that I haven't done. I talk about stuff that I like doing, and I talk about stuff that I've done. So anyways, I hope this helps, guys. Please subscribe if it did, and we'll see you on the next video.